What's good, LS Nation? It's your girl, Lauren.
It's your girl, Steph.
And we're back with another video. As y'all can see, Steph has made it to a video. I know a lot of y'all been wanting to see her, but unfortunately, she's just been very sick. But she's gotten a little better enough to be on camera and for us to do this video. Because honestly, y'all, I didn't want to do it by myself. I wanted her to do
I didn't want you to do it by yourself either.
I mean, you told me to though, but I know that this, I don't know, I just feel like this is a video that we should both do because we both experienced
I'm feeling a little better, I'm not 100%, but
yeah. Are you gonna do a video?
I'm good enough to do this video.
Like what's
I'll probably do a video in the future. I don't know when.
Okay. Well, stay tuned for that.
Explaining what's going on with me, but I'm good, y'all. Okay. The baby's good, so.
Yeah. Y'all can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be telling you guys how we got pregnant fast, how we got pregnant on the first try. For everybody that didn't know, the reason we wanted to do this video is because honestly, y'all, a lot of people have been asking, whether it's just people being nosy or people just really want to know because you feel me, they trying to conceive or want to in the future.
And some people just don't understand how we got pregnant because we're lesbians.
Yeah, that's why I said the nosy people.
We are here to educate some people that don't understand how lesbians get pregnant.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people who might have been trying a couple times and have not got it yet, maybe this will somehow work for you. But yeah, so we're just gonna get right into this video. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go. All right, so first things first, the first step you want to do, the first thing we did was we figured out what we like, basically.
Oh, what way we wanted to do it.
Yeah, what way we wanted to do it. Like, you know, there's obviously plenty of options out there. You got IVF, IUI, and then I think it's another IC. I don't know.
It's like different procedures where you like go to a clinic and they like basically do it for you. They will put sperm into you if that's the way you want to do it. Some people have trouble getting pregnant, and not just lesbians. It could be a straight couple. They do go to a clinic to try and better their chances, where they stick the sperm directly into the egg, and obviously higher your chances of getting pregnant. I'm not sure which one is which, but
IVF is when they like fertilize the egg.
Fertilize the egg for you.
But that costs a lot.
It does cost a lot of money.
And that is not what we did. You want to keep
or the option that we did, which was at home. Insemination, which you do it yourself. We did it ourselves at home.
Yep. And a lot of y'all are probably surprised that we did that, but that's the way we did it because we just felt like it was the best option for us. We didn't want any doctors involved or anything.
And it's just like
that.
I don't know. It's just like it's not. I don't know. It's just like a lot of money.
But I'm saying there's cheaper options, but for us it was just like we never tried before, so it was just like
let's just try and see.
What
like I feel like the other procedures are for like when maybe you've tried and you just can't get it, so you just let me do the next thing.
We're just not comfortable doing that. But for us, we want to just do it ourselves, to be honest. So second thing you want to do, the most critical thing you need to do, because obviously, unfortunately, we can't make babies by ourselves, so we need sperm.
You have to get a sperm donor, whether it is going to a sperm bank. Online, they have sperm banks online where you can order the sperm and it'll literally get shipped to your house in like this big like frozen thing. I think it's like a nitrogen thing where it's like frozen, and then you take it out, let it thaw out, and then use it. Or you can get a known donor, which is when you ask somebody that you might know, find somebody, I don't know, and you ask them, and if they're willing to do it, basically they come, do their thing, and give you their sperm in a cup or something.
Though you can have a known donor and do it, you know, through like the procedures.
Through IVF and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can do it that way. But basically, just figure out if you want a straight up anonymous person or do you want a known sperm donor. In our case,
we got a known sperm.
We got a known sperm donor because it was the most comfortable for us. We honestly, one reason is because we looked on the sperm bank websites and everything, and it is very hard finding someone who has my characteristics. It just didn't happen.
Or just like seeing in general, like a lot of the times you have to pay for their baby pictures, or they don't have a lot of adult pictures. Like you don't really know, and it's just like, I don't know, I don't trust it just because, I don't know. I don't want to buy frozen sperm. Even though it does work for people, I don't want to just buy frozen sperm and just, I don't know, it might not work, or like you just don't know the person.
But that's the thing, like to each his own. Like if y'all comfortable doing that, we just weren't that comfortable doing it because I don't know, I've read things and it just didn't sit right with me. We just much rather of you know, knowing the person, knowing their life, know what they're like, know their personality, instead of kind of like just it being written on paper type thing. But that's just us, to each his own. If you guys feel safe doing it that way, do it that way.
Some people are the opposite. Some people aren't comfortable just asking somebody.
Right. And trust
for
me,
us, for me, it was a little bit uncomfortable just like asking people, because it's like, it's something that's like kind of sensitive. So some people like, oh, I don't want to do that, or like, you know. And not everybody's gonna say yes to you. It was kind of like a trial and error thing. I'll ask somebody, they would say no. I'll ask somebody, they would say yes, and then they would bail. So like, it took a while for us to actually find somebody that was willing to do it all. Like, okay, I'm willing to, whenever you guys want to do it, however many times you guys need to do it. So we were lucky that we finally found somebody.
And y'all are probably like, don't be scared to get told no. Like, you're probably gonna get told no. You know what I'm saying? Unless you find your lucky person on the first try. But we've got told no, not in like a harsh way, but some people just aren't comfortable, and you have to be okay with that at the end of the day. But luckily we found someone who was willing to do it and willing to help us out. And the good thing about it is we share similar characteristics, so that was a big part. But yeah, it was kind of just impossible for us to find similar characteristics on the sperm donor websites. Honestly, y'all, I'm gonna be completely honest, it was kind of either white or black type thing, like kind of no really middle ground, which obviously I'm the middle ground, but it was just very hard. So we chose the no sperm donor way, but to each his own.
Whatever works for you, whatever.
And be comfortable. And if you get a no sperm donor, matter of fact, while we're on this topic, let's go into what you probably need to do when you have a no sperm donor. So make sure you got all your paperwork right. If you want to get attorneys involved, do what you got to do to feel comfortable. Make sure you 100% trust the person, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that go into it, and you want to trust the person that they're not gonna, you know, turn around and be like, I want something to do with the baby. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, like what she's saying is like, you have to get a contract stating that clearly the person's only a sperm donor. They're not gonna be a parent. They're not responsible.
Unless y'all want that. Now, if y'all want that, make that in y'all paperwork, but for us, we don't want that.
Clearly, like, it's no relationship, no responsibility, like none of that. She's gonna be on the birth certificate, she's gonna be the second parent type of thing. Like, no, oh, I want the kid. Like, no, it's clearly just strictly you're a donor, you're helping us out, and make sure that they understand that that's what it is. It's just they're helping you get pregnant, basically. That's it.
Yeah, and make it also very clear, if you don't want this person to be known, make sure it's very clear that you
keep it anonymous.
Keep it between you guys. Nobody else can know. We will never disclose our sperm donor. They will never disclose us. So that's something you guys will never know. We will never speak on them. You guys will never know what he looks like, his name, any of that. It's just not happening. So yeah, make sure y'all get all that together. Make sure they get STD tested.
Yes, that's important. Make sure you make sure that you see the results. If you are not able to like go with them and be there, make sure that you see their results, their name on it, the date, everything. Make sure they are clean, because the last thing you want to do is put some sperm in you that's infected with something, and then you get it.
And it also comes down to a lot of trust. You have to trust this person. You know what I'm saying?
Their medical background, all of that. You want to make sure that your kid is not gonna possibly come out with something. I mean, there's always a chance, but at least you want to know where it came from. It was to be some type of, you know, disorder or health problem. You want to know which parent it could have came from.
That was a big thing for us. Like, we, you know what I'm saying,
make sure the person's healthy.
And if something did arise, you want to know whether it came from, what side of the family it came from. Just, I don't know, it's just a good thing to know.
Just how when you go to the doctor, they ask you, any of your family got cancer, this, that, and the third. It's kind of the same thing.
We want to be able to answer them questions for our child. So so those are all things. I don't know if we didn't touch on anything, let me know. I don't know, DM us. I think, what you think, did we touch on everything?
So once you have a settled out, okay, it's gonna be your sperm donor, they're willing to do everything, then start taking care of yourself.
Okay, that's what we're gonna get into. So the next thing you want to do is, if you're going to do it soon, you want to start getting healthy. You want to quit smoking if you smoke, quit drinking, all that stuff. Just kind of get your body prepared. In our case, Steph started taking prenatals about 30 days before, maybe like a month before.
I started taking these. It's the Nature Made Prenatal Multi DHA. I started taking this, like 30 days before, and then I took it up to 6 weeks of being pregnant, and then I got sick, and then I just kind of laid off of them, but I need to start taking them again.
But Yeah, those you can get. We get them at Target for.
Yeah, we got them at Target.
I think they was like what, $10 maybe.
Something like that.
Something
you can get them from
there.
anywhere. Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, anywhere they got prenatals. Amazon, wherever you.
They don't have to be this kind either, y'all. Y'all
These
can
ones
get
are
what
just
y'all
good.
want. I think just make sure it has
DHA
in it, right? It just kind of get your body prepared, get you ready to start taking prenatals, because you're gonna have to when you're pregnant.
And it's just good for the baby. It says basically it contains folic acid and nutrients to help the baby develop and stuff like that. The brains, the eyes, all this type of stuff. So yeah, whenever you if you get pregnant, whenever you do go to your OBGYN, which is your doctor, they're gonna tell you to take prenatals. So.
Yeah. So if you can, and if you're, you know what I'm saying, got a little bit of time, start taking them beforehand. Start taking them from today if you can.
Yeah, like if you're planning on getting pregnant, so start taking them.
So yeah, that's what she did. Next thing you want to do is you want to track your ovulation. This is literally the biggest thing that you can do. Like, this is the #1 thing that you need to do. Honestly, in our case, we kind of got lucky because y'all, we were just all over the place with it. Like, we didn't track our ovulation for a long time. I think we tracked it for 1 month.
And some people track it for a long time because they're trying to get it perfect. In our situation, we didn't have time because our sperm donor is a busy person. So like his schedule was all over the place, and we didn't have much time. We're in different states, so we basically had to do it whenever he had the chance. So we just kind of didn't have much time. Like we were planning on getting pregnant towards March, and then we had to do it February. So like we had to kind of everything was very last minute, so we didn't have a lot of time to plan it out, but it ended up working out for us.
Yeah. So for us, so we tried in February. That means you tracked it in January. Yes. But the day she started tracking it was the day she ovulated.
Yeah. So we tracked it with this. A lot of people do like strips or anything like that. This is basically a digital one where you would pee on the little thingy, and then you would insert it into this, and it'll have like a smiley face, or like just a circle, or like a smiley face is flashing, and then it's like low, high, and peak. And when I took it, it ended up peaking, which means I was ovulating on that day, but I could have ovulated the day after or the day before. So we weren't really sure, but we just knew it was around
that day.
Right.
So
which was towards like almost the end of the month.
So typically they say, you know, if you have a 28-day cycle, you typically ovulate around day 14, but that's different for everybody. So don't think you just ovulate on day 14. Make sure you actually, like, you know, take these tests just so you can figure out when you ovulate. Another big indication that you're ovulating is TMI, but your cervical mucus will get very watery. Yeah,
so like the discharge is like very clear, watery, a little bit like stretchy. Like that's how you know like your egg is probably on its way down your tube. Like you need to hurry up and do something.
Yeah, so another indication could be like, you know, sore breast, but basically like period-like symptoms. A lot of people might get them during ovulation as well. But the clear cervical, you know what I'm saying, that's how you can tell you're in that window. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's either about to drop. Yeah, y'all know what I'm saying.
And y'all, by ovulating is basically your egg is on its way down. Once it's like done and over with, it's done and over with. So like when you're ovulating, you best to put some sperm in there because you want to fertilize your egg. Yeah, so like, it's very a little scientific, but
very scientific. Like, y'all, this is so something. We learned so much through this process. So anyways, we tried it for 1 day. She peaked. We knew it was around that time. So the next month came, which was the month we were going to try. And because our donor was in another state,
we had to, you know, fly.
We obviously had to fly there. So this is crazy, y'all. This is really crazy. But
well, I had ovulated the day before, remember?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to explain. So the day before we were going to leave, she took an ovulation test that afternoon, I think. Was it the afternoon or was it the morning? The afternoon. I think you just wanted to see.
Yeah, and it had peaked that day.
But here's the thing, guys. When it peaks, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to ovulate that day. It could be up to 36 hours later. So we still had time. We still had faith. You know what I'm saying? Though we do recommend though to try to get the sperm before you actually ovulate, because the sperm can live inside of your body for up to like 5 days or something. So it's best to do it before you ovulate. That's why we say track it, so you know the window in which you ovulate. That way you can try to get it in before and maybe even during your ovulation. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best way to do it. It was just very lucky for us that we got it how we did, but we do recommend to try to do it beforehand and the day of, because that will give you like better chances.
So don't just try to do it once, because like you never know. For us, it just worked because I don't know.
So God had us on that. But yeah, we do recommend that. What was I saying though? Which we think that she actually ovulated the day that we got there, which was the next day. After we got that positive ovulation.
Yes.
So, woo, y'all, it was a very crazy morning.
We were very just freaking, what was it? We were stressed out because the morning that we were supposed to catch our flight, the flight got canceled, and then we had to like find a new flight. And luckily we found a flight that same day, which was expensive. We had to do it because we didn't have any other choice but to get there on that day. If we didn't get there on that day, we probably weren't gonna get there.
We felt like that day was like the day that
we had to do it.
We needed to get it in there, or there was really gonna be no chance of it. So luckily it happened. We got there in the afternoon, and that's when this whole process started. So we're gonna tell y'all the whole process of the insemination.
Yes,
once we got that. Yeah,
the fun part.
Very fun part.
Woo!
So there's a lot of ways that you can inseminate. We chose to use something called a soft cup. So, we thought it was the best option because the way it sits in your TMI, the way it sits in your area, it's kind of perfect for because it presses up right against the cervix, which is kind of where you want the sperm to be.
Yes.
You can use syringes, but we just found that these probably would be a little bit more effective.
Yes.
But we've heard success stories on the syringes as well. So pick the option that's best for you. But this is what we used.
So y'all, it looks like this. I don't know if y'all can see it because of lighting, but it's just a little thing, like a little cup. Basically, it's for your, your cycle, your period. But you can use it for this. And it's like this, so you like kind of squeeze it, and then like, let's say this is your little vagina.
Put it in there.
Put it in there.
Look up a YouTube video.
Yeah, just look up a YouTube video. But basically, the sperm donor, what he did was he just did his thing directly into this.
Oh wait, we skipped a step though. Let's tell them what we did before he even put the sperm in there. So before he even put the sperm in there, guys, you want to use this. It's called pre-seed. Now, you don't have to use it. We just heard a lot of success stories on it and decided to use it because we thought it would give us the best chance. But basically, it's a lubricant which helps the sperm
swim faster.
Yeah, get to where they need. And apparently, it doesn't kill the sperm like a lot of other lubricants do. Yes. So we found a lot of success stories with this. So we thought this was the best thing to use. Crazy thing is, the first time we used it,
too much.
We used way too much. We used way too much because I guess Steph was already like, TMI, but she was already a little, saying down there. So we used like way too much, but that's okay. It's okay. So put that in 15 minutes beforehand. And so then get to the part where
so you put the pre-seed in 15 minutes before, and then when he got to where we was at, basically a hotel, he just went in the bathroom. We kind of just stepped out so we couldn't bother him. He didn't have thinking that we was hearing him or nothing. So we stepped out, and then he directly
inserted,
did his little thing and in there.
Right.
And then as soon as he finished, he would just put his hand over it because you don't want the sperm to die. You don't want no air and oxygen and stuff getting in there.
I don't know if that really like matters if you put your hand over it or not. I don't know, y'all.
Just to be safe,
we felt more comfortable. We was like, okay, let's just save the sperm.
Yeah. So basically, we told him as soon as you do, you have to hurry up because we don't want the sperm to die. We still need you to get out, and we need to So he did that in there, and then as soon as he finished, he called us and he gave it to us, and then he left, and then we did our thing. Basically, she put it in me.
Yeah, so this is more TMI, but I'm gonna tell y'all how I got my baby pregnant. You feel me? You feel me? Because I impregnated her, y'all. Don't get it twisted. So what you want to do is, y'all gotta look up how to put these in. I don't want to like. It's very simple, but you need to practice beforehand.
Yeah, practice beforehand.
If you don't practice beforehand, you might not do it right. Yeah. So you want to definitely practice beforehand. But basically, you want to just squeeze it in there, and it literally conforms like right onto it. So like when it's in there, it like does its thing by itself. You don't really have to do much. It's just like hooked in there. You just have to push it in.
And it looks a little scary to me. It looked a little scary, like how's this going in me? But like literally when you squeeze it and just slide it into your parts, it just
and
it
make
sits
sure
in your cervix, so it's like cool.
Yeah, and make sure you don't spill any. You want to, you know what I'm saying, get as much in there as possible. Honestly, y'all, our donor did like a good great job. He gave us a great amount, but don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's not enough, because guys, when these people, from what I've looked at on videos, when the sperm banks give you the sperm and stuff, they give you a very little bit. And it's like you're paying for this stuff, they give you a very little bit, and it works. It only takes one sperm,
and in a little bit there's like freaking millions of sperm, and it's not like, oh, there's only 20 in here. No, there's millions of them.
You know, we got a lot, and we felt like, oh shoot, this is a lot, like, you know what I'm saying, you did your thing. But don't get like discouraged if your donor doesn't give a lot, because, you know what I'm saying, it will probably still work. It's fine. Put it in there.
But yeah, we put it in there, and then once we did that, I sat up with my legs literally against like the wall, like my legs like up here,
put some
a pillow under like my lower back, so that way like
it can drip
down into wherever it needs to go and help your little swimmers go.
You definitely want to do that.
I sat with that like that for an hour. My legs were numb and all. I was like telling her,
you gotta do it. You gotta do
it. But I sat like that for an hour, and then since it was like the evening, I even slept with the cup inside of me just to make sure.
I mean, she took it out in the middle of the night, but these cups can stay into up to 12 hours. So as long as you don't go over 12 hours, you're fine. But if you want to keep it in for whatever reason, it was just the evening for us. We kept it in for.
Yeah, we kept it in just cause. Like, you can take it out after an hour or however long you want to keep it in. But I was just like, okay, let's just keep it in just cause. Help the little swimmers get to where they need to go. So took it out, and obviously there's gonna be there's still gonna be sperm in there, because think about it, there's a lot of sperm, there's millions of sperm in that little sample. So
when you take it out, don't feel like you did it wrong, because
don't freak out when you
stuff. You're gonna see stuff from her, you know,
your discharge,
her mucus and stuff, and you're gonna see probably a little leftover sperm, and that's completely okay. That doesn't mean you did it wrong. It's actually probably you did it right, honestly. But so yeah, that's just that. Oh, and before we take it out, we be skipping over steps, but so for us, this is what we did. I don't know the timing of it, but for what we did, she had the cup in and with her legs propped up for about 30 minutes. Now, she didn't want to talk about this, but it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's fine. What you want to do about 30 minutes when it's in there is you want to bring yourself to a climax. Big O, you want to bring yourself to a little orgasm.
So basically what that does, when you have an orgasm, obviously it's kind of like your muscles contract, and it's kind of like a suction. So while that's in you, touching your cervix and you orgasm, it's gonna kind of like suck the sperm up. So you don't have to, but I think it really does help get the sperm going. So
I think I think it played a big factor. I don't know, I felt like it did, but you definitely want to do that. And then like I said, take it out whenever, but I definitely recommend keeping it in for at least 45 minutes to an hour. But if you want to keep it in longer, keep it in longer, but definitely 45 minutes to an hour, then you can take it out. Did we do anything else, babe?
No, once you take it out, that's it.
That's it.
We tried again the next day, but we really felt like the first day was the day that we actually got pregnant.
We did do it twice. We do recommend, if you can, do it more than once, because it obviously gives you a better shot. For some people, it might work just doing it once, but we recommend doing it more than once. And like we said, we recommend doing it before you actually ovulate, because it might give you a better chance, because the sperm do live inside of you. We just didn't have the chance to, unfortunately. We just did it on the day.
But everything still
everything worked out for us.
Even though we were rushed.
So
that was it, and then
you wait.
After that, literally, was it 10 days later?
No, but let's tell them about the 2-week wait.
You wait till you have to wait 2 weeks, because obviously you don't know if your period's gonna come or if you're gonna be pregnant.
But I'm not gonna say I recommend waiting 2 weeks, because it's the hardest thing ever. But just know, if you do take it early, that there is a chance that you could get a negative, because your hormones aren't built up yet. So if you taking it like maybe a week after, just keep testing until your period, or you know what I'm saying. And
like for me, literally, I think my period was supposed to come like 3 or 4 days before.
I think it was like 5 days. Like you took it hella early.
Okay, so my period was supposed to come like 5 days before I took that test. So I was just like, let me just take it, and then it ended up being positive. But for some people, they literally don't get a positive till like literally they're about to supposed to start their period. So just keep taking it if it's negative until either you get a positive or you obviously get your period.
But if you are going to take it early, make sure that you know that you might get a negative. Like mentally prepare yourself, because it'll be like you know what I'm saying, very heartbreaking if you didn't. I don't know.
Like when I took it, I was like, okay, if it's not positive.
Right, she went into it knowing
yeah.
that it might be negative because it's early. So
yeah.
make sure that you guys know that. But that 2 week wait is different.
Yeah, you're like thinking every day, like, am I pregnant? Am I pregnant?
Yeah. And a big thing that you want to do too after you try is you want to literally just have the most positive thoughts ever. Like literally as soon as that went into her, like we were just like, you pregnant.
Yeah.
Like we just like, I don't know, you just have to just manifest good energy, have good energy, don't have no negativity because it's just, I don't know, just positive energy, you know what I'm saying? Speak to the baby. I was speaking to her stomach as soon as that thing was in there. I was like, yeah, go swimming up in there, you know what I'm saying? But just have positive energy, even through the wait, have positive energy. It's gonna be very hard because you're gonna just be wondering, you're gonna be looking for these symptoms that are just MIA that you don't get, but you feel like, I don't know, it's just, y'all, it's a lot of things that go on that 2 week wait, but
yeah, yo, like, but for me, literally, I think like the day after we tried, I started like, I don't know if it was just me like thinking stuff, but like I started feeling like a little cramping, and like my boobs were starting to get sore. And then up to that whole 2 weeks almost, where we were waiting to see if I was pregnant, my boobs were freaking sore, tender. Like I couldn't even touch them without, you know, hurting. And I'm thinking it could be like just period, because like my boobs do get a little sore before you get on my period. But like whole time, like literally the next day, my boobs were just hurting so freaking bad. So
and now y'all should see, that's one thing about pregnancy, is that thing gives you a free upgrade on them boobs. Step them down. Step them got a real upgrade. Yeah, y'all, I think we covered everything. I think I'm probably gonna edit this video and be like, we left it out, but if so, I'll edit it into there.
Yo, sorry if I look a little bit like off energy and stuff. I'm just, you know. Hopefully this made sense to y'all and helped somebody out. I know some of y'all was asking how we did it and that y'all needed some help. So hopefully this helped somebody.
And a lot of y'all was just nosy. So
a lot of y'all just didn't understand how we got pregnant. A lot of y'all was asking a lot of questions. But
there are ways, and it works. And you know what I'm saying? We're thankful that it happened fast. This is how we did it. Yeah, and we hope that anybody out there that's trying, you feel me, we wish, what they say, what's it called? What? Baby dust. We wish baby dust on y'all. We wish that y'all, you know what I'm saying, we wish nothing but success on y'all. For anybody that's going to trying now, have tried and haven't got it, stay positive, because it will happen. It will happen. But yeah, guys, that's how we did it. Now my baby over here pregnant.
And going through it.
Yeah, she's going through it, but it's okay. Okay, it's gonna be worth it. She's feeling a little better, so yeah. Hope has entered the chat.
Yes.
And yeah, guys, that's how we did it. But we're gonna end this video because we know this is super long, but we just wanted to explain everything in the greatest of detail that we could. And we're gonna be back with more videos, y'all. Comment down below if we missed anything. DM us. I don't know if anybody's trying and we missed anything. We're sorry, but our two heads are just, I feel like I have pregnancy brain at this point. But yeah, guys, with all that being said, we're gonna be back with more videos. We out.